It's on the chat. Yeah, appreciate it. Appreciate Mr. Yahuwah for everything he has done, everything he's doing, everything he gonna do. Why? Because that's who he is. Um, my palal is everybody been considering since Shabbat. We spent a lot of time. I think we got here what about 9:30, 10 o'clock. I guess by the time we finish up. Well, we went all the way into Sunday. Isn't that right? But it was definitely need for necessary. Everybody an opportunity to consider. Um, I do want those that did wind up calling in confessing. I want to get their emails and get their contact. I want to start a thread for them and try to put them in the palal. What I do 3 times a day, I palal in the morning time. So you never know when that's gonna come through. But they come through, and in the noon hour, then at Layla. I want to try to make sure keep everybody on a consistent pathway. Just like I try to text you guys now, try to make sure you don't just make it a 1 day event. A lot of times people will do that. They'll tend to take things for granted and forget or feel like, when you repent, they give you a clean slate. I didn't commit Qatar again, but the writing declares so we continue in Qatar that his con may abound. He said, Elohim said no. You'd be a fool to feel like you had an opportunity now to go back and continue and start what it says slipping. And what I tell y'all today, be slow to speak and she quick to hear and slow to wrath. Because once you put yourself in align yourself in a certain position, sometimes you can't turn back around. And you don't want to mess around. And next thing you know, you find yourself in transgression. Definitely want everybody to take their walk very seriously. We getting to the end now. Everybody not gonna make it. Ain't no mistake. They're not gonna make it. It's all gonna be. It's gonna be by choice. It won't be because preacher. When preachers say it, that's it. Yeah, that's what you want to use. I made no mistake. You have to make up your own mind. You have to be willing for yourself to realize how serious it is for you. You have to be willing to make sure this is something you want to do continually, that you constantly consider. I told you that one opportunity is very small, and a lot of people missed it, and a lot of people won't get it. And it's just how they said it's how the ball bounce and the cookie crumble. Somebody go, well, you know what? I didn't get a chance. I feel like I want. Well, we got room, we got space for you, but if not, you just where you at. That's just being honest. It's crucial now. And you want to make sure you clean for yourself. You don't want to get in a human mosh pot and come up in a human mosh pot and the man let you know he ain't gonna accept you. So it's your opportunity while you're on this side to make sure you get it right. So I appreciate those that did and appreciate those that called in. They stayed with us all the way. I think what we got to finish up probably about what 9:30, 10 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Well, we stayed for a while. We want to make sure we got it right. So give an opportunity for those that did, those that didn't feel like, well, ain't no big deal. I'm good. Well, I said, you got to be good for yourself at the end of the day. Don't let nobody push you into nothing. One thing you remember, everybody got to be good with themselves at the end of the day because you got to meet that man. If you good where you at, listen, I ain't the person to stop you. You know what I mean? Somebody else going to stop you. Somebody bigger than me going to be the one to cut you off at the human mosh spot. He going to be the one to let you know, I gave you space to repent. This is why it's so important for us. I appreciate um, the word. Appreciate the bar what he gives us, gives opportunity to consider, and that's what we want to do. We want to try to start really kind of taking inventory of what we need to do so we can grow. There's no time to stay stagnated, no time to procrastinate. It's time to really kind of lock ourselves in and make sure we're focusing in on getting this thing right. I did have opportunity to talk with somebody, I guess, one night. I guess everybody was on the call. I don't know if there was or not. You never know with people. Everybody got their own mind. But the goal is to get us to be as they was in the book of YashaYahu, one man. One man. All those people had the same mind. That's how it was able. Everybody got different minds and different agendas. You can't. It's hard to do it. That's why some of y'all gonna have to fall off. Just believe it or not. And you'll be replaced. Make no mistake. Mr. Yahuwah got somebody. It won't be the first time when Yahuwah failed. He already had somebody lined up. Matter of fact, he had two pops. Just to show you, don't if he one of you screw up, I still have somebody to cover that. They said these two men been with us from the very beginning. Isn't that right? He said, show with the whole time they were working. Them boys said, I'm just sitting here waiting. One of these guys mess up. I probably wouldn't even think about it. I'm sure I'm just making that part up. Just please don't go side taught that. I didn't ever teach that. But he just showed you had two people with him the whole time. You think Yehuda knew one of the guys sitting there waiting to take his place? Shoot, as soon as he failed, that thing set up Yehuda. Yahushua was going up. They said, which of these two? Isn't that right? And the lot fell on Matthias. He was numbered with the 11. Right back to 12. So make no mistake, whether it's me or whoever it is, you fall off. You got somebody wait for your seat. I think might have two people wait. You know, that's how critical it is. So I mean, I know some of you guys, you won't think a whole lot of it. You know, you'll get careless. It'll take time. My young people, I appreciate y'all. I tell y'all, take your time. I know it's hard. You're going back to school systems and around people, although you made your mind to go and confess and repent. Just remember, that ain't the mindset of your friends. You learn how to deal with people, and you allow people to be people, but you understand where you got to be. I deal with all kind of people out here. I see people do all kind of stuff and do all kind of things, but I assure you, none of them move me. None of them don't make me say, well, since you out here messing up, I might well do it too. Since you don't care, I might well not care. That stuff have never moved me. That's people. I look at, that's where you at. I've been there before. I've been in that state to where living right wasn't even a thought in my mind. That wasn't something I was trying to do. I mean, it come, as fast as it come and go, because I'm looking at the world I'm in. It's just not permissible. You know what I'm saying? It don't fit for what I'm trying to do. When you make your mind up on living right, you can't just have it in your mind. You have to change your position. Don't be stupid. It's positioning. Everything positioning. Believe it or not, people have no idea. You learn that with sports. Position. And it's all the time. It's how you position yourself. A lot of times people can't. It's lifting weight. Positioning. Right positioning. Everything is positioning. And it's the same thing when it come down to Sabbath. He said, if my people which are called by my shin will harm themselves, do what? Seek my faith. And that's how they're going to turn. No, you ain't saying it. You got to turn. No, I'm talking about just look up. He said, no, you got to turn. Listen, you told offset. You got to turn. Then out here. Because the rest of you going, I can't even hear you. It's all about everything in positioning. A lot of times y'all think you confess, or people will think they confess that's good enough. All you did was just open a window up to trap yourself if you're not going to go all the way. I'm just being honest with you. You can do it. Listen, there's no one that can't do it. Don't be a fool. A fool will assume I repent, I'm good, and you'll walk off, and you have no safety net. You're gonna go out like a fool, and you're gonna fall. And then then the mindset of realizing I can't believe I messed up after I just repented. You know, you can believe it because you got to make position. You gotta start making preparation. Start looking at it's people, it's things, it's stuff you need to get out your conversation. If people just need to get out of your life, because you got to look at how important it is for you to make sure you say everybody ain't strong enough. All right, I'm trying to tell y'all now. That one thing I learned. I remember I was hanging around with some friends. I went by to see him. I was sitting there and I said this guy had made the butt end out of something. He said, I knew it. He said, I knew it. He said, as soon as I did, he said, I was like, what happened? He said, I knew you couldn't come. He said, I knew you couldn't stay around or you gonna live right. I was sitting here saying, what in the world? Listen, as quick as he came, that joker stuck. He said, I knew it. He said, I knew it. He said, I knew you want. I said, listen, let me see. It's been about 27 years ago. That's when last time he sent me. It'll be exactly 27 years ago. We ended up, listen, I appreciate it. That was good information he gave me. Listen, that been 27 years ago. You start learning, you got to. You want to try to show people you ain't changed, you change, but you still the same person. You can't change and be the same person. That's an oxymoron. When you change, you're a different person. So you're a different person. You just realize you're trying to grow, you're a baby. Don't try to go trying to prove nothing about it. Just leave people alone. You need to grow. People got conversation. Listen, man, people got conversation. I don't try to tell you, they don't talk like that. That's your mouth. Your mouth don't move me. I had to keep moving. I know what I got to do. Everybody on different journeys. When people listen, people will notice you. I know some people, they'll demand people. You got to demand it. That time. Listen, people going to do that. Listen, I heard a preacher say years ago one time, I remember that I was young then, teenager. He was saying people will be around and the people be cussing and they'd be like, don't cuss around him, Reverend Robinson. Don't cuss around Reverend Robinson. He coming a preacher. My mom, he used to go to Israel years ago. I don't know if he's still living or not. He used to be, everybody thought he was a mean man too. He just didn't take no junk out before he wasn't cutting the rug with him. And he told somebody, he said, don't stop doing it for me. He said, because God hear everything you say. He said, don't give me more honor than you give him. He said, you ain't worried about him hearing you. Don't worry about me doing it. I said, oh, really? Yeah, that's what he said. I was surprised because he was the type of guy, a lot of folk didn't like him. They felt like he was a mean guy. But in the end, he just didn't get caught up in no junk with him. As far as I know, did you ever know him getting caught up in anything around there? Any women, anything? Did you know anything about that? I know a lot of folk didn't care for him, though. He get remarked. They didn't care for that man, whatever it is. They didn't care for him. People make it like he was a mean person. When you don't go along with people junk, then people always gonna label you some type of way. When you go along with people junk, you allow everybody to love you. And that's the problem become for me. My goal, my objective is to make sure everybody get it. Just like those that you called in last week. Make sure y'all email, get their phone number, and I'm gonna need y'all to download Telegram. If people don't, I need you to download Telegram. I'm gonna get a thread started for you. I'm gonna send you out. You don't get palal 3 times a day. You get them. You make sure you use them. Make sure you set your mind. I might send you another message along the day too, just to help you out. You got any questions? You won't probably see no reply back to that one. Enough questions to last me the rest of my life. People ask me a question, so when you get back to me, I'll get back to you. I got a ton of things going on. Somebody got to call back on my computer. Somebody wrote I got to write big, bold letters. But I plan on getting back with you. I want to make sure for those that did, my goal is to make sure you kind of stay on that pathway. I don't want to see you get on and get off like you've done so many times before in your past. Start off good. Before you know it, a week or so, you'll be right back. Then after a while, you keep creeping. Before you know it, you're so far, then you just start lying to yourself. Well, I'm still doing better than I was doing. It ain't about doing better than you're doing. It's about doing right. Now, and it's a constant every day. Every day you're going to get challenged. Every day you're going to get pushed. Every day things are going to come up. Every day things are going to come up. For some of us, we're going to lose money through this. But at the end of the day, we're looking at what we're going to gain. Some of y'all, you ain't going to lose nothing. You ain't getting nothing anyway. You just going to look at the stuff your whole end going to be just some foolishness you just got to get back to. Don't make no fool like yourself, folks. You know, gave you a great opportunity to get there right. And you slip and you fall off that thing and try to see. You know, let me say this. I'm not in charge of nobody messing up, but I just don't see it. So when you make that leap of faith to jump out there to try it, I guarantee you won't one tear move me, one holler, one roll across that floor ain't gonna move me. It never has. Because I look at it like this. Everyone in him, we got the same opportunity. I'm just being honest with you. If he don't give it to you, you won't get it from me. So everybody made it. How many of y'all was serious when you made your confession? Make sure that's how you stay. Don't throw it away for nobody. There's plenty of people out there want you to throw it away for them now. There's plenty of opportunity gonna come for people to push you to throw it away. Consider. Y'all got me? Don't mean things not gonna come up, little things not gonna happen. But going back to the stuff you done, that don't make sense. Some stuff don't even go back to. I'm back to before I know how I felt. No, you knew it. Come out before you knew it. You knew it. You make a decision. You already contemplated. You put it down to do it. Then you know where you're at. How many times that man have allowed us to continue and hadn't cut us off? A lot of that. I mean, I would Humpback sent me that video about the. I don't think I sent it to you guys. Posted it. It was how pretty it was outside. Somebody went outside the door. You see, it looked like some what them thing they call chemtrail? Oh, a rocket. That bad boy went off. The joker started running back up in that building. Listen, you don't know. Listen, just get it. You don't know what a deal bring. I sent y'all. I don't know if y'all saw. I sent you where they had what was that? Some country had 700, 800. What's what? In Iceland, yeah. 800 earthquake. Can you imagine that? How you count 800 earthquake? How you count? Are you scratching the wall? 800? And then they had to get rid of evacuate because they had a volcano. Because they had 800, it set a volcano off. On top of that, you already got a fleet. Now they got to get out of there because the volcano finna erupt. Yeah, we don't play long enough. That man let enough stuff happen out here that is coming back around now for everybody to consider. And if some people gonna consider, he still ain't gonna grant it to them. He gave y'all a great opportunity this weekend. That's up to you whether you gonna continue. I know I'm starting to feel. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to hold on. It's all about your soul. That's all you gotta say. Listen, if that's how much you care about yourself, listen. Before you do it, anybody here, this how you know. If you at the edge and you finna do it, whatever it is, take a lighter, crank that puppy up, put that hand over it for 35 seconds. If you can do that, go ahead and do what you're doing. Continue. Keep it out for 35 seconds. You ain't got to touch it. 35 seconds. If you can handle that for 35 seconds, listen, go ahead and do it. You ain't going to make it, but just go ahead and do it. At least you realize you were fooled enough to feel like, man, I think I can make it in sheol. It's 35 seconds. You know I'm holding. Everybody got a lighter. I know somebody got it. They looking at it. I don't want people to think I be smoking. Who got a lighter? No. I know they got that. They ain't gonna fool me around him. Man, and so I pull these pocketbooks over him and tell what fall out him. Black and mild. Cigarette. But I be no powdery substance. No. No, they shouldn't. Oh, let me say it. They light up. Oh, goodness. That's a low one now. Ooh. I'm trying to, now listen. Anybody here had any struggle so far? Anybody had a struggle this week? That is tight. One person. Ain't nobody on your struggle. One person. All right, struggle. Let's see what you got. 30 seconds. In the struggle. Hold on. Now, what? Listen. This. Let me tell y'all what. Let me tell y'all why. This is my suggestion. Because if you have your struggle, if it keep at you, either you gonna make it flee or you gonna break. I just want to see what you got. Because when you do, I just want to be able to say, you got potential. Would y'all, hold on, 30, I'm going to say how long I can do it. Somebody got a clock? Somebody got a clock? What, 28? Point, whatever. Oh, second? Man, no. What was I know. What about 23? You got to start run. Come on, let's start. Bring up him. All right, hold on. Who's struggling? Hold on, you know what's killing me? Nobody's struggling now. How ain't nobody struggling? No, I just want, but think about it. If you really, because I just want you to see for yourself. Just because think about it. If you can't do this, how you gonna make it down now? It ain't gonna be no, all right, stop. That won't move it down. Here we can say stop. Who need a booster? Think of like the COVID booster. You got that shot, but this right here just carry on. I'm gonna see what I do. You ready to bust it? Go. What happened? No, let's see. Who nailed? Now I know I had about 20. He started. Y'all know I had been started. I know I was along that bastard. Are you serious? And you finna, how you gonna do a long when I'm struggling with a second? I just knew my hand was on that thing longer than that. How you gonna do it? Somebody, let me see. Somebody just, ain't nobody curious, just see what they got. Somebody curious. Nobody. If somebody wanna, now, I can't do no kid. They'll have my behind. Man, they'll take that thing. No, no, folks be doing that stuff. They'll go and turn it to a flame and gas and take that stuff. Who come on? Nobody don't want to just see what they got. Nobody. You know somebody point at you, Canada. Come on. I'm not going to tell you Chelsea 9. No. You got to figure out who it is. Who want to just see? Nobody don't want to just see. No, can I get a witness? Is somebody? Oh, not you, dude. I need to burn up all that food you be eating. Anybody? Don't nobody want to see what they got. They need a witness. I'm just one person. Can anybody be a witness? As soon as you can't take it, you can move it. This is the only thing about this. This is the only side you're going to get to do that. See that one? That's all. Think about it. Think about this. The good thing about this, you had the option to move. Nobody going to hold you. Now you just tell him, I put the clock, let's say he beat me. As soon as it get too much, you can move it. My hand just sweating earlier. I know it's sweating. Well, that might help you, that water. It might start boiling. You ready? Oh, you did that. Hold on, you can't. He ain't in, is it? Oh, he had 48 seconds. Oh, you can't. Now he was like 2 minutes. he good. Wow, you beat me. So let me ask you something now. Was that really hot? So let me look at that though. What time that time ever and everlasting? I'm with you. That's just you think the whole that's just mind you, we're going to be in the fire. Those who go. That's not. We're not going to be. He not roasting you over. You're going to be in it. That's everything being consumed. I appreciate that. I mean, and I'm gonna tell you something. That'll show you right now. If you really thinking, because you think about it get tight out here. I ain't lying, don't it? And shoot, man, that's a lot of temptations out here. I ain't gonna lie to you. So now you start thinking about, I don't think I'm better make it. So all you do is do that and just consider. If you can't do but 3 seconds of this, how you gonna make it in sheol for the rest of your for alarm and alarm? That's I'm telling you something. You need something to keep you minded. Y'all might not believe me now. That's why I text y'all. I'm hearing y'all, putting it through in the day. I ain't just saying that to be playing with you, because I'm telling y'all that because he put it on me to let you know it's real critical. Y'all made a real critical decision. When you got to decide, I'm gonna confess and get it right. It's critical for the fact that you can go either way. Because where you at now, you made a decision where you can't go back. You can't go back. You can't go back the way you used to be. The knowledge down. You know why? You confess. Nobody did I get up and name out the stuff I told you to get up when I call what it is you're doing to come up? Did I tell you? Did I write your list of what you need to confess? You confess because you know that was your problem. Just like I confess the stuff in life that was my problem. I can't go back to it. That's the whole purpose for doing it. You can't go back to it. And I appreciate Mr. Yahuwah for that too. We try to look at this, Romans 15:4. I appreciate, again, those that did. Make sure if they do it, they don't want to, you're going to need to download Telegram. Y'all remember the people, right? So tell them to get their number and do me a Telegram thread. They'll email their phone. Yeah. Then they'll set up so you'll get it 3 times a day. Yahuwah willing. This is 15:4, Roman, those white who use Beth HaMashiach. And I know a lot of times people that say these translations don't make a difference. Let me just see what he says. So let me see something. Okay, let me see something. Romans 15:4, listen to him.
For whatever Nikatab before,
was
Nikatab Talamadus,
to teach us, to show us, and instruct us, so that
through endurance,
going through without quitting,
and through the Nakum of the Ketubim,
otherwise,
we might
consolation of the writing,
we might have Tikva.
Have a cord. Let me see something. Let me see if it's Romans. I'm sorry, Acts. Why am I thinking Acts? 7. I'm looking at something. Y'all work with me. See if it's the 7th chapter. Probably go down to 16. Let me say, stop us. Hold on. 7. Back up. 16. Let me see if it's 14 or 16. I want to see something. Back up 14. I want to see something. Give me another translation. Give me the King James Version. That's 7 and 14 I target. Acts of the Shalakim. Does this allow me to play with different versions? Which version is it? King James? Matter of fact, yeah, let me sit down. What is the one that you can pull the different versions? What is that, Bible Hub, where you just show different translations? You just click. Which one? Yeah, let me see different translation.
Bible Gateway got different.
Gateway, yeah, Bible Gateway. I'm sorry, I couldn't, Y'all don't know all this stuff. I know it was something like that. That's a conclusion. Now, which one is this one? 7? Do Bible Gateway. That way you can always change it. I'm just gonna get, oh yeah. This is 72. This is gonna give me 7. Well, these 6 you right here right quick. That's give me that verse 14. Let me just see what all of them say. Okay. All right, go up. Go up. That's all of them. Give me Gateway. $7.14. What you just put on? What's this called? We're just gonna show you there. Okay, hold on. This 14? Yeah, I'm gonna see it. This 7:14. Hold on. What version is this called?
Complete Jewish.
Do Orthodox. Do OJB. $14. Go to Bereshit 46:27. Bereshit. They call it Genesis. That's why I don't do that. So I don't do it. He can read it. I just doing Orthodox. What you just read?
And the Bani Yosef, which was born to him in Mizraim, were 2 Nephash.
Oh, well, yeah. Okay. And then, yeah. And then Joseph, Joseph was born to him in Mizraim. Yeah, it was 2 Nephash. Go ahead.
Ko,
Which is all. That should stand for all the Nephash.
Ko Hanifesh of Bias Yaakov, which came into Mizraim.
The bias is for the house. Isn't it bias? That should be for the house. House of Yaakov, which came into Mizraim, was how many?
70.
Pay attention to that. Y'all see that number?
Yes, sir.
The book of Alah Ha Dabarym. What that should have been? King James would have told you. No, they can let James. We'll let James say it. So I think it should be 20. Once they should have told you how many souls they took with them. What's that, 20 what? Not 25, 24. When they brought in, they told them this was the fruit of it, told them how they came and they evenly treated them. What's that, 20 what of Ra Shyth? I mean, Alah Ha Dabarym. Well, it's 20. Go at the battle. They should have told you how many came out with them. How they were evenly treated in the book of Alah Ha Dabarym. So, see if it's 27. I don't think it is, though. I don't think it's 27. Almost 20, try 26. 26. Let me say 26. Yep, 26. Thank y'all for the help. Don't worry about it.
What you got us for?
Come on, get your check. You want to do the honors? Tell your friend to come with you.
Come on, Kerry.
You heard the white man. These folks came to learn. They don't want y'all to hold them up too long. You ain't dead now, hey? Yes, you did. Get 2 checks. Wait a minute for trying to live too right. You know the book told you don't be overly righteous. See that? You can be that can be transgression too. This 26 and 1. Let's see what they told them. Listen, that'd be fine. Listen.
And it shall be when thou art come into the Aras which Yahuwah thy Elohim giveth
in the land
thee.
he given. We'll read it just like Jane had. We ain't trying to. I know people. We're not trying to throw nobody. Listen.
Yes, sir. And it shall be when thou art come in unto the land which the Lord thy God.
Well, we ain't gonna say all that now. No, you. Whoa.
Which way you
got way too? You way too out there now. I don't know. That man started hollering in the name of Jesus. Yeah, we don't get that comfortable. I'm saying, yeah, come on, yeah, we went to.
Yahuwah thy
Elohim. I wasn't talking about that part, though, right? Cause I told, so that check was on time, didn't it? All right, come on.
Which Yahuwah thy Elohim giveth thee for an inheritance, and possess it, and dwellest therein.
What happened?
Then thou shalt take of the first of all the fruit of the earth, which thou shalt bring of thy land, that Yahuwah thy Elohim giveth thee, and shall put it in a basket, and shall go into the place which Yahuwah thy Elohim shall choose to place his Shem there, his name there. And thou shalt go to the priest, the Kohan, that shall be in those days, and say unto him, I profess this day unto Yahuwah thy Elohim, that I am come into the country which Yahuwah Shabbat swear unto our fathers for to give us. And the Kohan shall take the basket out of thine hand, and set it down before the altar of Yahuwah thy Elohim. And thou shalt speak and say before Yahuwah thy Elohim, a Syrian ready to perish was my father, and he went down into Mizraim and sojourned there.
I think it's an Armenian. I think it's an Armenian.
Aramean.
Aramean. Are you Syrian? Come on.
And sojourned there with a few, and became there a great nation, great, mighty, and populous.
Okay, then get a number. Okay. I thought he gave the number in that. I thought he gave them the number in there. And Alah Shamuth, he gave the number. What is it? He shouldn't have gave the number what they came out, not in the first chapter.
No, that's Bereshit.
What's it? Oh, it's saying Alah Shamuth. Oh, it was. Oh, let's say. Oh, it do. Oh, let's say. He said Alah Shamuth.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, 1 and 5. Okay, I'm sorry. You know what? It would. I'm thinking about the whole group coming out. Alah Shamuth. They call it Alah Shamuth. Exodus, please. Oh, let's see. That's tight. All right, you start at 1. We'll run through.
Now these are the names of the children of YashaYahu which came into Mizraim. Every man and his household came with Yaakov. Reuben, Simeon, Louis, and Yehuda, Issachar, Zebulun, and Benjamin, Dan, Naphtali, Gad, and Asher, and all the souls that came out of the loins of Yaakov were 70 souls, for Joseph was in Mizraim already.
Okay. Let's go back again. Go back to that. Let me see what James said. We looked at, matter of fact, look at that verse around. Let me see this in the Orthodox we just looked at. This is the 46. What's that, 46:27? Oh, no. Yeah, I want the 46:27. Let me see that again. Back it up to 26. Okay, listen.
Coal,
Which is for all the Nephish.
that came with Yaakov to Mizraim, which came out of his loins, apart from the Nashim of the Bani Yaakov, called Nephish were 66.
66 will cause you 66. And
Bani Yosef, which were born to him in Mizraim, were 2 Nephish. Kol Hanafesh of Bias Yaakov, which came unto Mizraim, were 70. And he sent Yehuda before him unto Joseph to direct his...
no. I'm trying to catch with this count. The reason I'm looking at this, you go back to Acts of the Shalakim, 7 and 14. 7 and 14, Acts of the Shalakim. That's what they told you.
Then sent Joseph and called his father Jacob to him and all his kindred, 75 souls.
And that would be 75. Now, when you read in 46, it told you that the ones that came out of his loins was 66.
Right.
Now you read James tell you that 70 came out of his loins. So he's trying to get the count to figure how you get your numbers. Now, this is telling you it was 75 that came out. Now, that could be that they counted the women. There's other people that had to been counted to get 75. When he just told you there was 66 came out of his Nephish, and you read it was 70 that went into Mizraim. And now you got 75. There are a couple of things that had to be looked at to try to consider. The reason why I told y'all before, even with all these versions, I know I've said this, I probably said it one time, that I wasn't sold on any of these people. Mm-hmm. Because everybody play games, and somewhere you had to go through to interpret what people are doing. And the reason why it's so critical when you're going through here and you start looking at the word, because the only way you get the Ra Shyth, you have to believe it just like it said it.
That's right.
The complete Jewish Bible told you that it was 75. The Orthodox told you it was 70. They would have wrote 70 simply because if they're going to look at, if it's going to be the New Testament, they're going to stay with what the first letter wrote. And the first letter wrote, it was 70. Now, when Acts of the Shalakim came back to record it or recant it, they came back to 75. Now, you read in 46, it told you there was 66 that came out his loins. Then you heard it was 70 when you went to Alah Shamuth. So it's a matter of you trying to figure exactly what are you counting. Now, you can count Joseph and you can count his sons. That will only give you 69.
Right.
So the reason why I said that, and the reason why I say it, because there are a lot of things that we have to look at. What I want us to do is to focus on making sure that we're living right. That's going to be the most important thing we can do first. Anytime you're dealing with these books, you're dealing with people, and you're dealing with what they like. You're dealing with opinions too. Some things are facts. Some things are going to be opinions, and how people will grade things and how people will look at things. A lot of times when you dealing, it's just being honest. When the Orthodox wrote it, they wrote 70. I already know why they put 70, because they're going to stick with, they don't even believe the New Testament in the first place. So there's no reason why I would say anything different than what I heard at the first. Sometimes what people don't realize why the second berith is so valuable to us as is with Yahushua, not just with him. With him coming, it gave us so much more clarity to how the first, where the errors were. Nobody really saw the errors of their doings. When the second came, we were able to see the errors and we could see the benefits of the second. Y'all got it? We were able to see the benefits from it. It gave us a lot more clarity in our understanding of how to halak. The first, you got to look at these people. They were more or less test runs. I mean, they were test runs that I'm cutting you off. You think a man pick up sticks, I'm killing him. He ain't getting to repent. He ain't going to see nobody. I'm killing him. I'm not going to keep talking, y'all. I told you one time. So we got to see a lot of test runs on the first one. By the second one, you found people still making the same errors, but then when he came in to try to give us a better understanding of why certain things happen. We got to understand more what was coming. Even with New Testament churches, a lot of times they gave the premise that Elohim was this destroyer and killer, but he really was recalmed to him on several ends. So when we see the recalm, it isn't new. It was just hard to see the benefit of it until we seen Yahushua. He really gave us a better idea for those that really wanted to hold the word and ingest the word and have the word. It was him. For those that want to ingest it, he told you to take it, eat it. This is my body. You couldn't do that with the first two. How you going to do that when he had on stones? How your stomach going to digest rocks? It can't. It was too heavy. You couldn't carry that stuff. It was a lot. They broke them. I mean, it was a lot to it. You know what I'm saying? We just saw lettering and writing, but we really didn't have the clarity of it and actually taking it and putting it inside our lives. You know, even with Dawood's statement, the word I hid in my heart, a lot of people just recite. They don't really, you know, they'll say it. They don't really, you have to really see this happening. You have to actually see this coming off and you see yourself demonstrating it. Otherwise, you're reading it, you're like, for me, I just be honest, it ain't overconfidence. I believe this wholeheartedly. Everything he said, I believe it. Man got errors, because man got opinion. If you let me write it, everywhere say, God, I'm going to put Elohim. I might even go as far as I might say Elohim. I might put Yahuwah. Because that's not going to be because I actually say it. It's going to be because I say, I know that's his name. I'm going to put it there. It don't make it correct, because when you're rendering it, you're giving a different setting when you do it. Sometimes what we'll do, you get groups. Like sometimes we'll write, when you're reading, we'll say words that we know, and you go back, that's not the word he rendered. And because the word is saying something, it has a different meaning in that setting. You got what I'm saying? So it's important to know, and those are things we'll get to. What I want us to get to now, since we've confessed, since we've acknowledged what we've done, is start to work on becoming that one ish. And already having in your mind to set that there's going to be opposition. Opposition is going to be there. He told you it's impossible. He said it's impossible. So I'm gonna pray so hard, I'm gonna live so right, and that's gonna be more problems. Because make no mistake, the more you're going to take it upon your mind and live, the more you're going to have opposition and fight. And a lot of your fights won't be as big as you think, and they'll be small, but they'll get you. Some of you, I'm sure you already done start making mistakes. But this is what the debar is for. The debar is for correction, for instruction, for reproof, so you can be tamim, complete. That's what it's supposed to do to the Ish Elohim. So if it works for him, then it's got to be a benefit for you. So these are the things we're going to you. Will you make some mistakes? Probability, yes. You are going to make them. And I'm going to tell you what some you're going to do. You're going to make a small one, and that's going to give you your reasoning and your rationale for where you're going to screw up at. And that's going to be your fall. And you're going to come to check. You're probably going to be, you've already went too far. I already know how it's going to work. You're going to do something that you need to happen small, and you're going to say, I done messed up right here. Well, I can't be saved. And from now, you're going to take off on your bins, and you're going to want to check. And you're going to find out you could have fixed it, but you took the approach on, well, I figured I couldn't be saved, so I went on ahead. This is food. How many of y'all got that mindset you'll do that? Nobody. Okay. That's interesting. I know you people. I know what you'll do. That's why we're having this conversation. I'm having the conversation with other people too. If you got yourself minded to confess, to go back and to do it, that's dangerous. That's dangerous because you've acknowledged that this is a problem. Don't y'all know these things have been the hindrance that's keeping you from? So you be a fool when you're trying to obtain, it's keeping you from. Because of these things you couldn't approach, just like your position. The only people that could approach under him was the Kohan. And that was from Louis. That was the only people that could approach. Listen, nobody else could approach. Just like when they came up, he put a barrier around them. Anybody that touched the heart, it could be man or be beast, you're going to moot. I don't want anybody even to come close. But now he's told us to approach. He told you to draw near. Who do we know he told that 2 hands? Good. Who you got? Musha. That's right. And he just happened to be from the tribe of Louis. When he told him to come up and tell him to shoot, just amazing. He called a man that was already from there. Then he told him he went to see what the great sight was. And it just happened, he just happened to already be a part of the Matah. So it is already preordained that he went up, that he already had set it up. That listen, when they want to know who was going to come, it's only going to be Louis. Louis the only one that could come to me. But now Yahushua told you to come unto me. So what's stopping you? It's a barrier. It's a barrier, just like he put around the heart. You can't approach. You can't approach. Now we're going to fix that. Now all we got to do is change your position. We got to stop doing what we used to do and start looking at, it's time to approach, because the call is there. He told you why you won't come. He said, but you won't come unto me, that you might have Kai. He told you won't come. So now you can't use it's something keeping you back. These are all our choices. The only thing keeping us from drawing near with full assurance is us. I know I'm going to mess up. I know I ain't going to be able to do it. Once you set your mind to failure, why would you ever do? Who's ever won something with a failing mind? I know we're going to lose. How I'm going to play? I know we're going to lose. I know I ain't got a chance. How I'm going to play? No, every time I got to make everyone need to drop. Every time, how am I running? I know I ain't going to be able to beat them. I'm going to run with everything I got. That's already going to hinder me, so we know this. A test, I know I'm going to fail it. I know I ain't going to do good. What I'm do? I'm finna just real apply. I know I ain't, though. I know I'm not. It's because part of me is already going to be withdrawn. And this is the thing I want us to come into the gripping or understanding of. If you're going to do this, you got to set yourself to go wholeheartedly. That's just being out. Do that mean, oh, somebody can't make me mad? Oh, somebody got me mad. Don't let things come and you fall. You start using these things to realize these are things, all these things coming to you, it's like as soon as I did it, stuff coming. Because he's trying to start letting you know, these are your trigger points. These are the points where you usually screw up at. You're watching them so you can better yourself. Better yourself. Okay? Say, Leon, come here, come for a second. Just like your Amy song on. What? Oh, man, I messed up. Now I can't be saved. I might well go out here and get drunk now. Start booty watching. I mean, y'all heard preacher. I can't be saved. I might well, you and him. You don't know in that camera. You looking for it. Because what happened, let me tell you, I know because I used to want to be, one time, I was like, man, if I went on and failed, I'd get over. I had so many preachers who tell me, they say, you know what your problem is? You're trying to live too right. They did. They tell me that. They said that's why preachers, they said, that's why they start ostracizing. They say because, you know what I'm saying, they like, they used to say, you don't give yourself room. I was trying to figure out what I needed room for. They told me, they said you don't give you no room, you don't give yourself no room, brother. They said, brother, you got to give yourself room. And you know what you find out about all them guys? They had been in the room. They weren't with their wives either. And all they were trying to do was get me with that room. I'm telling y'all, man, like I said, when you hear that from other preachers been doing it longer than you, and they had pretty good skill what they were doing, I'm like, listen, as soon as I left, I talked with him. I said, maybe I'm just too hard on these guys. He told me, he said, brother, you just always you just kill him, brother. You don't give him no room. You don't have no forgiveness for him. I was like, man, you got me for what? Why they screwing up? That man let me know. Are you doing it? I said, no. He said, then they have no excuse. And that's how I stood ever since. I did. Them guys had me. And then I said, well, maybe if I just do one thing then. You know, they did. They say, they was like, I was my biggest enemy. They like, you hurting yourself, brother. You ain't gave yourself no room, brother. Brother, your fall gonna be so great. You hearing this stuff from these people, you just like, and these people older than you, they telling you they been, you know, they always gonna use that, you know, I used to be like you. Everybody tell you that. When they tell you that stuff, shut them up. How are you? I used to be just like you when I was your age. When they tell you that, they finna give you, oh yeah, I heard them. Yeah, you think I know everything. I said, I never said I know everything. You just listen them out of respect. They setting you up for that fall. They send you up for that. Oh, I'm telling you, whenever they tell you that when they start off, they finna send you out. They finna send you plunging off. Don't believe these people. You ain't got to do. Listen, over 28 years, 29 years, I ain't done it. Don't believe these people. It's all about choice. Temptation, yeah, all that stuff comes. But you got nothing to catch that and keep moving. That's that bottom line. That's life, man. You can't live your life based off of what other people are doing. You got to be assured in yourself. And I told y'all, I was the biggest failure, biggest letdown, biggest liar, the whole nine. But you can't you think you can't change. You got to want to do it. That's all that. You just got to want to do it. Take your time, one day at a time. When I'm telling you, when you build yourself up and you stick with them and you wait and see, it work out just like he said. Don't believe these people. Don't believe. But everybody do something. So you don't forget your keys. I heard all that stuff. They don't know how keys come up. You gonna live right. You ever forgot your keys? Right, yeah. That's all I'm saying, brother. Trying to live. You be thinking like, you are comparing me for getting my keys to sin? I heard folks say, you breathing? So every time you breathe, you sin. Many people come, listen, when I tell y'all people will get you off, listen, y'all say, no, you can't listen to everybody. You can't listen to everybody, you can't follow everybody. That's just being honest. Everybody not out for your good. They'll look like they are. I'm trying to tell you, all that pin you up when you're wrong, you'll come at that, you'll see. I'm the only one in your corner. That's right. Don't believe these people. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I work with people that do it, but me, y'all say I keep it on myself. What I told y'all, pray for me. Keep me lifted up when I do. Come see about me now. Don't forget about me. Man, Luke, man, block my number. Because that's a choice. At the end of the day, that's not too hard on me. I decided I wanted to be saved. Yes, sir. And when you really make that in your mind, it's just things you got to realize, I just can't do it no more. I can't go back. I'm just being honest. You just can't keep doing the same thing. And a lot of y'all, why you going to do it? I know, listen. It's going to be tight, but I know you're going to do it. And don't make no mistake. I've already set myself. You're going to lose your membership. I'm done. Y'all going to mess around and lose your job. You're going to mess around, because I'm telling you, you're going to look for something to justify something, and you're going to use something small to throw on something else to cover up something big you're going to do. And that man don't give it to you. You're going to be in trouble. Now, I don't make that decision. He do. But make no mistake, if I was you, I wouldn't take that gamble. Y'all got it? All right, we'll go back to what we had. Let's go to the 5th chapter, book of YashaYahu. We just looked at it right quick. That was all. YashaYahu. Five. Let's see, 9. I want to make sure we get this. Matter of fact, give me one right quick. I'm going to try to run down through it. Let's say, I put 9. Let me say, one go. So my time don't fail. Come on.
And it came to pass, when he saw the crowd of he ascended on the har.
Crowd of okay.
He ascended on the har, and he sat there, and his Talmudim approached to him. And he opened his paw and taught them, saying, Baraka are the poor in the Ruach, for in them is the Malkuth of the Shamayim.
Is the Malkuth of the Shamayim. All right.
Baraka are the humble, for they shall inherit the Arats.
Where here? I'm looking at 4. It said Baraka are those who mourn. What did it say?
I'm sorry, I missed 4.
Oh, okay.
Baraka are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted.
Mm-hmm.
Baraka are the humble, for they shall inherit the Arats.
Mm-hmm. We know about humble, what they do. They make themselves of no value, of no importance. Barak, now you think about this, how that works for you. So, just say the hornet done cut on. My hornet cut on. Who that hornet for? That's for self. So I had to put myself to no importance in order not to fulfill that. See, this is something we'll look at with Yahushua. Now, all the stuff he just told you, Baraka, one, let's back up to one right quick. I would do that. One, and it came to pass. That's when he saw the crowd of the people, right? When he ascended to the heart, right? And this what he did to his talk when they called him, when the Talmudim came. Let's see what he told them. Two. Remember, all this is Baraka. When he opened his mouth, come on. Three. All this Baraka, look at him. The poor, y'all say in the Ruach, come on. Baraka, the one who mourn, come on. Baraka are the humble. Who else we got? Baraka are those who hunger and thirst. All right? And, come on. Baraka are the compassionate, for they shall be shown the mercy. Baraka, I'm sorry. Baraka are the pure of law, for those are the one who's going to behold Elohim. Y'all got it?
Yes, sir.
Who else we got? Baraka are those who pursue shalom, for they shall be. Whoa, goodness. Y'all know my blood pressure. Why? But you know my blood pressure. You know my blood pressure. I'm sitting here, I'm so dizzy. I said, whoo. It ain't true. It's Jahid. I know who it is. So, and those that pursue people, they shall be called the Beni Elohim. Right quick, I want to go see if that YashaYahu 53. They call Isaiah 53:1. Of course, we're going to jump down. All right, okay. Let's deal with this. YashaYahu Isaiah. Yasha. That's what he tells you. Listen.
Who has among our message, and to whom has the arm of Yahuwah been revealed?
So, let me ask you a question. What was his question?
Who among the message?
Who believed the report? Y'all believe that? Y'all understand that? So what did he want to know?
And who is the arm of Yahuwah being revealed?
No, he wanted to know, first of all, who has believed it. And you could tell from the next statement he made that what would allow them to be able to know it. How are they going to believe something they don't know? Hold what you got right quick. See if that 10, I don't want that, but since we down, Romans chapter 10 right quick. 10 and 14. A lot of times people, they'll run, they just jump and do something. I like to try to understand the statement. I mean, you got to look at it. It makes sense. Just like things are becoming more clear to us now, it's for a reason. He got to reveal it to you. See that 12 and 13, I think, 10 and 13, Romans. Let me see what I want. Oh, okay. Well, we can do it 14, be fine. I don't know, what does 13 say? Since I put 13 up now. All right, listen.
For whoever shall Yahweh on the Shem of Yahuwah shall be saved.
Y'all hear that? Y'all got it? Whoever that call on the name of Yahuwah shall be saved. What do you want to know?
And now, how shall they call on him in whom they have not a mind? How should
Hold on a minute. How they gonna do what?
Call on him in whom they have not a mind.
I hadn't believed in him. Why would I call on him? That's not who I believed in. How was I gonna call him? Hello? He asked you a question. He made a statement first. He told you, he asked a question. He told you that whosoever shall call upon, whoever call on, they're gonna be saved. But now he asked you a question. How are they gonna do what?
And now how shall they call on him in whom they have not a mind?
See that? Listen.
how shall they among in him of whom they have not shama his call?
Exactly how is that going to happen? How are they going to call, but they hadn't heard his call? So the reason too now, since we're talking about that, question come into play. So now, when it came down to YashaYahu, when he heard YashaYahu cry, what name was they crying to? What name were they crying to?
They didn't have a name.
They couldn't have. Wouldn't have made sense because he had to give them a name. They want to know, he told them they're going to want to know, what is your name? They didn't. So you can see now why it made sense to show them the attributes when he came. First of all, he gave them a name, then they need to associate the attributes. They saw him to be a deliverer. Think about it. Now, after I get into trouble, I know the name and I know what you can do. Why would they ask him to deliver them out of situation? Unless I know your name and I know your attributes. That established a belief. They knew Abraham, they knew Yashakat, they knew Yaakov. They knew them. They knew their history or their dealing with him. But I mean, for myself, speaking for myself, I don't have any situation where he and I have done anything. All I've been in captivity ever since. These people were born into slavery. Everybody after Yosef was there, after Yaakov and them down, everybody, they were born into slavery. They didn't know nothing about no liberty. What they knew about the workers of him and come deliver them out of, I knew what he did for Abraham. You know, no doubt they might know the story about him and Abimelech. They knew about them. But I don't know about doing anything. I knew about Yaakov with Laban, what happened with them. He never did nothing for me. So how much belief I got in him? So he just asked you about that. You're establishing your amanah. You're trying to establish what it is you believe, but you need to have knowledge of these things. Y'all got it? These people did. It makes sense now. It made sense when he came in not to let them do anything. I'm going to deliver you. So a lot of things they knew about Yahuwah. When they cried to him that he came, he was their Yasha. They knew. They knew that he would deliver them based off of the relationship that he had come and deliver them. Based on the fact they seen him destroy the Mizraim. He let their fear come up on them. This is what you fear. This is what you're afraid of. You won't ever have to worry about this again. So these people knew when they called on his Shem, what he could do. He could break the arm, the strength of a strong man. He could drown them. He could disease them. He could kill their kids. So when they called on him with a confidence. You don't have that. Now he's trying to give you an opportunity to establish that. So you don't have to keep saying about Abraham, Yashakat, and Yaakov. They're good to reference, but you need your own relationship. Those guys can't save me. No more than they can save you. Hello? The purpose, I mentioned this, sometime we're on the phone, we'll talk. I'll say stuff to them. I told them, Yahushua won't work in that day and time. Not for a witness. He won't work, not for this dispensation. People are too far out. They have to see people that's been scarred up and marred in order for people to believe. Now, a perfect guy don't work. This is an imperfect world we're in. Perfect don't work. Not an imperfect world. In an imperfect world, you have to have people that have overcame, come out of, been at wit's end, and then see the change. For people now to say, that helped me to build my confidence to know that I can be saved. Think about who we gonna help. Well, if you sit down and you talk to Yahushua about your stuff, how many of y'all got struggles? How many of y'all done gave in to y'all struggle? And what's your correlation with him? Well, you know, I failed too. See what I'm saying? For a lot of us today, he wouldn't work. He came in the right time. He came in the right time. Now, what he did was so beneficial then that it's still working now. It's just as much beneficial now that we can see that he came down to show imperfect people how to be complete. A lot of people wrestle with this stuff. People fall. People just give up with this. Listen, what y'all got doing? People quit. People just, listen, man, it's some people, they got them, they walk straight out the door. You be like, what happened to them? They say, man, I ain't finna try to do that. I already know I'm gonna fail. They ain't even gonna give it a thought. Because they haven't given the time to create a relationship. Y'all think I ain't struggled? My wife was gone 7 months. Man, if it was a tie, I could have got that car right off the ground. I jacked. Yes. Y'all want the truth or y'all want to lie? Yeah, I was struggling. I didn't marry. My wife gone 7 months. I was tipped. I almost slept. I didn't. I ain't been in no hotel with one or none of that, but I was just telling you, everything in my mind was going through. But I knew I had to keep standing. I appreciate YashaYahu. It was rough, though. It was rough standing. I'll be honest. I'm a man. Stuff happen. You don't come in. You had to realize you had to start giving in. It's all about what you give into. Back then, we weren't teaching masturbation was wrong. I came out of Christian church. There's a lot of stuff they didn't stay away from. They were doing way more than that. They might teach fornication or whatever like that. We tried to get a man or woman abstaining. When he made Adam, he told him it wasn't good for him to be alone. He realized whatever he was doing for. I think I wouldn't do that. If I was you, I wouldn't be thinking. I just say what he said. He said it wasn't good. If he wanted to know any more than that, he'd have told her. I think, man, when he was rubbing them apples off, I think he was dripping. I wouldn't. I'm telling you, it's some people teach that. You know, people, come on, people just, when you want to go, you want to go. I just say what he said. Whatever it wasn't good. Whether he couldn't sleep on his stomach or not, he said it wasn't good. Isn't that right? Well, there was more than one serpent laying in the grave, he said it ain't good. It's not good for a man to be by himself. That's where we'll go, and he felt like that was as much as we needed. Then he said, I made him what's appropriate for him. So it's a lot of things when you come in and you deal with in your carnal mind as a person. Because let me tell you something. When you have your struggles and you have your fights, you have your own rationality. That's how you do it. I know I have my own. Yeah. Anyway, you can't tell when a person got their own right. You ain't gonna tell them till they ready to accept differently. You have to break from your own right. Y'all got it? You will struggle. You will fight. You will go through. And what'll happen? You'll want. Well, I feel like I shouldn't have to go through. I just don't want to. I don't want to have to struggle. I don't have to, you want too much. Because everybody that came through, the part he getting, the fact we resisted. That's it. This a resistant fight. It's a resistance to show he wants to prove that his word is stronger than your will. That's it. That's all he's saying. He's telling us, my word is stronger than your will. If you can't contain my word, I'm going to destroy you. Because listen, he's building, he's putting together an existence that's going to be totally operated off of his will and his word. That's it. The word becomes your will. Hello? Like when Yahuwah would call them, they would call him a Don. They want to know what is it a Don. They want to know, that symbolizing you are the master. I am the servant. See, that make a difference. I just called him Jesus. I said, Jesus. That's your problem right there. Before that, I call him God right now. It's stuff people do they shouldn't do. And if you knew who you were talking to, it's certain things you wouldn't. Even when Yahushua talked to the woman at the well, he said, if you knew who you were talking to, you'd be asking me for my end. Here, this stuff you got here, you're going to thirst again. She's like, I want to know who I'm talking to. I didn't know who I'm talking to. That's what she wanted to know then. She said, I'm got me inquisitive. He said, if you know who you were talking to, you'd have asked me to give you a drink. So it's a lot of things, you know, you can use, because I already know some of you, the mentality, the mindset is you live to fail. You only good when you get what you want, and they ain't going to work with him. You can't be up and down at some time. These these folk come to the clinical diagnose, all this stuff. I've been with y'all. A lot of stuff is sack of crack. I don't believe none of that stuff. A lot of folks just need their behind whoop. I can help a lot of folks. I need on my own psychiatrist. I said, come on, I know what you need. Come on. Like they did in the country, they baby, they ain't home, check that diaper. They pull that diaper. No, I ain't messed on itself. Keep that crown. I know what you need. Tear that little behind her. Country had a something. I'm telling you now. They ain't feel like, these kids out there crying holler. Some of these folks, I look at, oh boy. They shut that baby up. I put on good old Christian church. Boy, bright crying, but I'm gonna turn around. They told me, you can't shut that baby up. We had to get that boy, take him all the way to the back, and put a little paddle on the ground. No, they turn around. So you can't shut that baby. I was at the ring. I said, God, the money. And go in there and put him on the very back floor. But one of the other older sisters, she came and got out. They started keeping him. She got my wife. She said, come, so I help you with him. Took her back there and went with them. They were rough on you, boy. I'm trying to turn and look straight to your face. Shut that baby up. Boy, these folks here, they about to die. Oh. Don't they baby cry too long. Ooh, y'all folks so just terrible. They think folks, because you hear, you think we want to hear it like it's a record? Yeah, they spoiled. Oh, they so spoiled. They love them babies so much. Now, cause when you come, they'd have did that. Baby can sit there and cry all day. What they do? What they been petting and stroking? Don't worry about it. But I tell you, you gotta leave out the premises. If you be going your car with that baby, them folk there. Them old folk look at you, they turn around and put them eye on you. You go where them folk did. You remember baby crying in that church? I'm gonna give your husband a check. Well, come on, Hayward. Hayward. Where Hayward at? Come on, get your check out of them. Your wife too nice when she laughing at my mama. I'm so disappointed. I don't know what to do. So now, the goal is to make sure we encompass what he's trying to get us to see. Okay? Look at. Come on here. Don't come here. Ain't anybody call you to preach either. We call you get a check. We ain't call you to preach.
Got a problem with that. I don't like that.
Exactly. Man, sick. Appreciate it, sicko. So now look at we'll finish that 53rd chapter. Well, oh, I'm sorry. So y'all got this. Listen. And now, how shall they call on him in whom they have not? You say believe. How shall they believe in him of whom they have not heard? Listen.
His voice.
His voice, which is his call, which is going to be a sound. And what they put for voice. Let's see what they put right here.
Oh, that's not it. That's Shem.
What they put Shem? Shem, oh yeah. Powerful Shem on. Okay, let's see. That's what they put right there for his voice. Okay, and how shall they hear without a
preacher?
That's right. We're basically a proclaimer. That's how I'm doing. I'm proclaiming something. That's what they call Charlotte, a proclaimer. All right, you claiming something is what it is. I'm basically proclaiming it, but the thing is they came with facts. And you need to know what's going to make the transition to get you to break a series of actions you've been doing all your life. You're going to get to a point where you believe it. So it's very critical that you know how to listen. You know what I'm saying? Listening with the intent to do. But you got to have a sense of belief about it too, and you got to look at what state you're in. If you were down in a hole and it was critical and some snakes were about to bite you and somebody tell you what to do, they finna get you out, you're going to pay attention to what they're saying. Because you're looking, I don't want to get bitten, I need to get out of here. They said, listen, I need you to do exactly what I tell you to do. You ain't going to be sitting around, jumping around, do it. That's how you got to take this. It's that critical. The mind you have not to is going to be the mind you have that's going to fail. Now, some of y'all, like I said, you're going to crash out the fact because you're going to build stuff in your mind. I already know I'm going to fail, I already know I'm going to burn. Well, that's where you at. Everybody here taking a chance. It ain't impossible for me to fail. I can think too much of myself. I can get comfortable. It's for me. Listen, that don't move me. At the end of the day, I make it my mindset of looking at it. I have everything on the line. I got to get it right. You have nothing on the line and you keep doing the same thing. Something needs to change. Something needs to change. You're going to struggle. You're going to fight. It's going to be hard. Hard pressed. Look at the people he rewarded. Poor, brokenhearted. Everybody, people mourning. Look at all the people he talking about rewarding. Why he put Baraka, all them that going through and live in luxury, going through ain't got no problem. Where was that one at? Everybody he was talking about Baraka with people suffering, going through. Why these people suffering and going through? Because they're resisting the will of the flesh. Okay. Y'all hear? So now everything that you need in order for you, give me 13. Verse 13. This is what you're trying to get. This is what you're trying to get. Y'all got it?
Yes, sir.
But now, 14. This is what you got to get the understanding of. You need this so you can recognize his voice, so you can believe. Y'all got it?
Yes, sir.
All that you got to have. Everything you need is right there. Let's look at 53 and 1 right quick. We was on. I just want to, listen, you can do this. This is your choice. Now, y'all can be stupid you want. Wreck yourself. Listen, we're not going to go with you. We're not going to come pull you out no sheol. That's going to be your decision. Listen, it's going to be fine for now, but make no mistake, this day soon approach. Listen, it can come 1,500 million years from now. You still going. You fool yourself one time. It'll be a long time off. If you die today and you standing around 1,500 million years, you know they're going to look like you did. They gonna wake up talking, man, it been 1,500 million years. No, it gonna like you blinked your eyes and there you are. Y'all got it. So every one of it gonna be in the blink of an eye. As soon as your eyes open up, you gonna be standing up there in line time. And let me talking about, hey, let me, what this is all us standing in. You know you were dead, you know what this is. And you know where you fit, and you look what side you on too, and it hot over there. So they got in the usher, not where you going. 53-1. Who has
Amon our message?
See that? Y'all see that? And
to whom has the arm of Yahuwah been revealed?
so the only way for them, so how are they gonna believe it? Something had to be revealed to them. That'd be practical. How are they gonna do it? Something had to be told to them. Something had to be shown to them. Hello? Listen, when they came to Mizraim, before he did any work, you know what he did? How are they gonna know it was him? Those could have been occurrences. Those just could have been occurrences that just happened to happen. But he made sure that he didn't want, listen, he was putting a distinction in his workings. Show them all of this right quick. Say that the 4th chapter, about the 20th verse, I think it is. Might be down further. Alah Shamuth, they call Exodus. Now, y'all go ahead now. Husband, wife, everybody. Y'all make up y'all mind what y'all gonna do now. I gotta make it.
Yes, sir.
I got to be there. Man, I'm on program. You know, they put you on for Easter program. You know to go get you a new suit, but you know, come with them old danger white shirt. He call it danger. They probably be danger. You know my mama had me think. No, I ain't talking to y'all. She took that thing danger. Instead of danger, you mess me up with gunshot. My check gonna get gunshot and the shirt with danger. Messed up a lot of my life. Was it 4 and 20 or further down? Let's see, 4 and 20, I think it is. They call it Exodus 4 and 20. Listen, so much. Am I down to go back up or do I need to come down some more? 28, 4 and 20. Oh, I'm down. Oh, all the way to 28. Boy, I'm 28. He's saying I need 28. Listen.
Mushah told Aharon all the Dabarym of Yahuwah with which he had sent him, and all the ots that he had commanded him.
See that? And told him all the signs he commanded him. What happened?
Then Mushah and Aharon went.
Hold. They ain't got that. Go ahead.
Then Mushah and Aharon went and assembled all the Zakanim of the Bani of YashaYahu. And Aharon spoke all the Dabarym which Yahuwah had spoken to Mushah. He then performed the ots in the sight of the arm.
Y'all see that then? Then he performed it. Listen what happened.
So the arm, Amon.
What did they do?
Amon.
So now you can see what YashaYahu asked. Who had believed? Y'all see, and then what he just asked y'all 53? Let's see what he asked again, 53. This ain't hard to put together. Does it make sense? Yes, see, you can do this. Listen what he asked you, 53 and 1.
Who has Amon our message, and to whom has the arm of Yahuwah been revealed?
He asking the question, who done believed it? Who has it been revealed? I'm looking for people that know it. Listen what happened.
For he comes up before him as a tender shoot, and as a root out of the parched adamah. He has no form nor majesty that we should see him, nor appearance that we should desire him.
Listen.
He was despised and forsaken of Anashim, a ish of sorrow and acquainted with grief, and as hiding of...
I want that grief like somebody was mourning. I want that sorrow somebody with a broken heart. I'm just asking. This is amazing, because what he told you, the people that were going to be Barak in the 5th chapter, I'm trying to look at him. Because I'm going to be weary of a man giving me a message about walking around looking broke and broke down and hurt all the time, and he walking around laughing and playing.
Right.
I'm going to be real leery about this. Say, yeah, you going to be saying, you got to be real, bro. Look at me like, okay, I'm watching you, though.
Right.
But now I found out about him. He was a man of sorrow.
Right.
What else happened to him?
He was despised and forsaken of Anashim, a ish of sorrows and acquainted with grief, and as hiding of panim from him, being despised, and we did not esteem him.
What happened?
Surely he has borne our sickness.
See that? What happened?
And he carried our sorrows.
And he carried our sorrow.
Yet we esteemed him stricken, smitten of Elohim, and afflicted.
Now, you know what we found about that man? You know what I mean? He was humble. That's how he could allow something like that to happen to him. That's a humble man.
Yeah.
That he would allow something like that to happen to him and not try to fight it. Y'all know that? Guess what we'll do in a minute? I'll fight it. Man, tell a lie on me. I'll fight that thing to the end of the earth. I'm not going to have nobody sitting around lying on me. My name too important. That man, let that man, people going to talk.
Right.
People going to talk. But see, only way we going to fight that battle, we're going to have to change our position. That's just being honest. You got to change your position. That's the only way you're going to be able to do it. You got to allow yourself to be in a state to where you don't think so much of yourself, then you won't find yourself putting yourself sometimes in the precarious situation we might get in. Sometimes it might be an argument that move into violence. Lifestyle, I just moved away. Man, life just much too short now. And when I say much too short, it's too close to the end now to hold things the way you used to hold it. It's too close to the end to keep operating the way you're trying to operate and go. There are things that we're still doing that we have to do in order to live and exist, but I can assure you that's not how I'm living. Y'all understand that? It's just not. A lot of stuff, listen, a lot of stuff I build up, I try to have to make sure none of y'all ain't having to eat out of nobody's trash can. I really do. A lot of my money, y'all done took my money. A lot of y'all, y'all took a lot of stuff. But I don't mind at the end. I realize why he give you things. A lot of times you'll think he give you things. It's some stuff he allowed me to have. Now I do. I ain't gonna tell you nothing. I got some stuff. But I also know he put me in a position of you got to be willing to distribute. Because the only way he'll give you anything is got to be for any knowledge. He won't get nobody. There's no man he gives some knowledge that's locked up somewhere just sitting. It got to be able to be dispensed. That's just being honest. I'm being honest with you. It got to. I mean, even these folk build dams, he'll make them burst. He said, I need that water to be distributed. Huh? I'm trying to tell you, the 13th chapter book of Zechariah, he told you, man, a fountain going to be opened up. He said, that thing can't keep holding that water. That stuff got to come out. He said, it's got to get out. I got lands that I got animals and birds. I got insects. I got people. He got a lot going on. A lot of time when we want stuff, we want to do stuff. You one person. What you want, man? I gonna have a party this Sunday outside. It's supposed to be forecast, supposed to be thunder shower. Why would you do that? He said, are you serious? You think I'm holding back some for you? You understand how many people count on me? But you know, sometimes you'll feel like life ain't fair. Oh, I had something planned and this done messed up everything. You know how many people like, I gotta feed, I gotta water? You know what I mean? Look at Gaza. They talking about it raining, though. Now they complaining about the rain. They're the same people who were getting water out the dirt. I wonder why it's raining. Why you think it raining? Why you think it's raining? These folks getting dirty water out the ground. Now they say it's raining. Why you think? Hey man, I got animals I gotta get. I got insects. I got plants. I got tree. I got a lot of stuff I gotta get preparation for. And then you say you were thirsty. Now they saying, why? Now it's raining. I can't win. I still try to give you something in the midst of it, but you look at your situation. Sometimes we get so dumbfounded. You don't see, I'm still Barack you even in the middle. I don't have to give you no rain. But when we want what we want, sometimes we so greedy and we so unappreciative. That's why that morning union is about thank you. That's about thank you, because we always ask 3 times. It don't make sense. It don't make sense to keep begging. Every time, I ain't did nothing. I ain't did nothing. Nothing. Ask. I ain't gave you nothing. I ain't afforded you nothing. And we get to just sorry down until we get what we want. Now you got to start how to serve that man with gladness.
Yeah, that's right.
Because we take everything. Add them people over there who sitting outside now, who out there in that rain with them disease, them dead baby. So what kind of life you had? Give them to tell you. I had a pretty good. Now you'd have asked them prior to. There's a lot of stuff they told you they ain't have and they need it. I guarantee they look at now, you know what they say? I'd love to have half of what I had. Mm-hmm. But you said that wasn't enough. If I just had a quarter of what I had then. You said, how many of y'all lost a lot of money? How many of y'all done said, man, if I just had half of what I had? Well, how was it when we had what we had to hold, it wasn't enough? But then we said if I had a quarter of what I had, where I be, he show you, It's a figure of speech when we say it. He just show you. You so busy mumbling and grumbling about stuff, you don't even see what you got. If people ain't got nothing, nothing. Man, y'all go through downtown Atlanta. Man, they got so many homeless folk. Man, I seen they all up in bushes with one guy I see the guy in the same. This man on the cell phone. I'm trying to figure where you plugging his phone up at? I don't see no cart running across the street. You can't be plugged into that in that bridge. And then this is what I told somebody on the government. I said, if I'm on the phone times when I'm home, you know the first time I'm telling you, come get me. If me on the phone, you homeless?
Right.
Cause you need to come get me. And I'm gonna tell you something, it's gonna be hard to get me out that car and out your house. You might well call the police and say, I at least got 2 weeks, we going to court. I'll take that behind whipping, but I ain't going nowhere. I'm like, man, it's rough out there. About 5 good slaps and I got somewhere to sleep. Stay outside in that door, man, that rain, sleeping on them rocks and them bugs eating up on you. Yeah, go on, slap, give me them 5 slaps off the rip. I'm going to that refrigerator, give me 6. I'm going to the refrigerator. And I'm gonna use that toilet, hit me 7 times. That's what I want to do. Come taking a dump. I got to get in, man. That outdoor rough, man, you can't wipe good outside. And traffic rolling by. Man, listen, all right. I know it's fun. Let me tell you something, man. Man, when you live outside, man, you turn into an animal.
Yeah.
Man, way you program, the way you think, the way you see things. Man, how many of y'all think about when you see the trash can? How many of y'all walk by? How many of y'all have seen the trash can outside? How many of y'all have thought about, let me just look at that trash can. Don't think, how many of y'all don't smell the trash can? You like, whoa, that thing stink. And you move over. Can you imagine these folks look at that trash can and they don't smell it the way you smell it? Them folks smell to see what's eat. Listen, some people done bit off a throw. Listen, you saying that, how you looking, you're right. But think about this, Chris. When you live outside, your mind, you got to get rid of that. You ever seen a whole person walk out there, something stink. They don't even smell themselves.
Right.
You'll smell, you be like, oh, and you know, they be trying to, what? There's something stink? They want, where's that? I'm hungry. Man, listen, it's the mindset you get. There's a lot of things we took for granted.
Yeah.
Listen, he put you out there. You'll learn. When he put Nebuchadnezzar out there.
Yes, sir.
Listen, that man had the rule of everything.
Yes, sir.
He told you what it. Matter of fact, put that DanyAL, sit at the 4th chapter, 4 and about 10. I'm going to try to hurry and get y'all out of here. But we're going to be working on that because we got to get it right.
Yes, sir.
I don't want y'all to slip. I'm telling you, I know you're going to slip. I know you're going to do it. And it's going to be a bad move. I need y'all guys to stay focused. It said 4 and 9. I put 10. I know 4 and 1 started. I think about 9 will go down.
What the what?
Wow. You okay? Oh, that's right. You need something. That's right here, right? Make sure you're okay. If you swallow and choke, you don't get none of serum. And please don't get a baby none. No. But now it can happen. You swallow it, probably go down the wrong pipe. Woo, boy. See if it got a smell on it. Sometimes it is. A lot of y'all be laxadays with that breath. I keep that gum stuff, spray. My wife wake up. I went, Ben, I kid me. You ain't put no toothbrush in my mouth. Don't play that stuff. I ain't gonna do it to her. Come here. Man, your breath been everywhere you been asleep. You go throw it on about time you love me. So I hate you then. Don't put that thing over here. No, that's smelly dragon. Nobody, man, that's just serious, man. You'll kill somebody, man. You don't make nobody suffer like that. You know right, y'all do. Oh. Now, all right, listen, 4 and 9, listen.
O Belteshazzar, Rosh, other says magicians. But.
What are you the word for? Hypernine, okay, well, you got the, which part of it you using? Because it got the in there, but they ain't got the ha. Tumaya, it's the car for the musician. Okay, for the car. You said just the car for musician. Whole word. So they ain't put the in there, they just put the, so they don't have one for the THE. Okay, go ahead.
Since I know that the Ruach of the Kodash Elohim is in you, and any mystery shall not baffle you, tell me the kazun of my Kalamuth, which I have seen, along with its interpretation. As to the kazum of my head on my bed, I was looking, and behold, there was an ox in the midst of the arats, and his height was great. The ox grew large and became strong, and its height reached to the Shamayim, and its appearance to the end of the whole arats. Its foliage was beautiful, and its pari abundant, and in it was food for all. The beasts of the field found shade under it, and the birds of the Shamayim dwelt in its branches, and all Kai creatures fed themselves from it. I was looking in the kazum of my head on my bed, and behold, a watcher, a Kodash one, descended from Shamayim. He sighed aloud and said, "This, cut down the ox, and cut off its branches, strip off its foliage, and scatter its pari. Let the beast flee from under it, and the birds from its branches. But leave the stump with its roots in the Adumah, but with a band of iron and bronze in the grass of the field, and let him be drenched with the dew of the Shamayim, and let him share with the beasts in the grass of the Arats. Let his law be changed from that of an Ish, and let a beast law be given to him, and let 7 times pass over him. This matter is by the decree of the watchers and the command of the Dabar or the Kodash ones, so that the Kai may know that the Most High rules in the Malkuth of mankind, and gives it to whomever he wants, and set up over it the lowest of Anashim.
So now, when we look at this, we can go further. This is talking about somebody. Who is it talking about?
Yahushua.
We're talking about Yahushua. A lot of characteristics you'll find with Yahushua, you find him the same thing. If you look in the 15th chapter of the book of Yehukanan, he tried to tell you about how he was the true vine. And his Abba was the husbandman, which is the person responsible for planting it. He said every branch in him that don't bring forth pari, what did he do? Yeah, he cut and he take it away. And the one that do, he prune it so it can grow back and it can bring forth more, it be more abundant. A lot of this he told you. He told you how it was food in it for who?
The whole law, all right.
He told you, take, eat, this is my body which is broken for you. He had them to take it and eat it. They just missed it. A lot of people missed it. A lot of things about him, people missed it. It was about him. He told you how the height was up to Shaman because they put him on the place of a skull. His height was up. Everybody could read it. Everybody could see it. And everybody came. While they realized they were there, his arms span out. They were larger now. That's why people sat down. They were larger. He told you everybody could learn. But then after a while, you remember the Parashim came and told, they let them know that the Kohan them told they had to do something. Who remember what it was?
Take it down.
By the command of the Kodash one. He told them to cut it down. That's how they had to get him down. They had to cut it to get him down. He told them to hew him down the tree. And they told him to shake off his leaves and everything. Remember, they took his clothes off. They stripped him. The clothes represent the leaves. That's what Adam told. That's what he put on.
That's right.
He found he was naked. He put on leaves.
Yes, sir.
Y'all did catch that, didn't you? That's why he took his clothes off. They also told they put him on feathers and chain, but you wouldn't have paid attention to that, did you? The feathers with chain, those are the ones that grip around the front. And didn't he tell you he had put chains on it?
Yes, sir.
I don't know what you're talking about. He put around the stump.
Yes, sir.
You do know feather chain go around the ankles. They'll miss that too. Yeah, your ankles, your foot will be considered a stump. But you got to just, let me see. You don't need somebody to know what they're doing. Try to explain it to you. But anyway, we were talking about Nebuchadnezzar. He took Nebuchadnezzar and he put him through all this to let him know that the Most High rule in the Malkuth of Elohim, and he give it to whom he will, and he set the lowest estate of people and put them over it. So what's the purpose of you being humble?
Raise you up in due time.
That's right. He told you to exalt you. He told you to humble yourself. What was that? Higher than what? Under the hand. That means I'm under the authority. See, this is what like people tell you about that when you humble yourself under authority. That means whatever you do to me. See, that's what Yahushua came to try to teach us. Whatever he do to you, learn how to accept his will.
Right.
That's why YashaYahu told you that I learned whatever state I'm in. Let me tell you about all of us. All of us. I recently come into it myself. We're piss poor people. And they come down to taking what he give us, because you're only good when you give what you want. Every one of us. I learned that about me too. We know how to rap. You ain't got to cry, shout, and do it, but he know. And as soon as we become honest with ourselves about what we do, and that ain't to continue, this is what someone do. We come in, well, I'm like that. Well, when you going to stop doing it? See, this is the thing. He told him, he said, once you know it's Qatar, what that was? He said, that'd be sin. So why would you keep doing it?
That's
This
right.
your problem. You say, well, I know I be doing, I know. So this is, so why are you doing it? At that point, you know it's sin. Once you know it's sin, so you can't do that no more. That's what he was trying to show them. Once you learn a behavior and you know what it is, he couldn't figure, so how could you do that again? Because that behavior is there. So, you know what I'm saying? When you don't correlate it right, you'll be thinking, well, I mean, I always been like this, though. Well, you always been living a life of death. So once we learn it, it's to get away from it. Y'all got it? It ain't so, well, that's something about me I got to work on. That's something, these are dumb. Y'all heard me I tell you there's some stuff about me I got to work on. That makes no sense. That means I'm still continue to do it. It's still in the estate. If I'm working on my car and the car not running, what they tell you, the car is running? As long as I'm working on it, it's still in the state. So it don't make sense for you to keep working on it. It makes sense for you to fix it. So every time we hear, we learn about these characteristics that he deems are life-ending, it doesn't make sense to do it. That makes sense? That's how you have to start looking at things. If you don't start changing your perception to things, then you're not going to actually get the real objective of what it is you need to do. You're going to continue to find yourself faltering. You're going to continue to find yourself stagnated. You're going to continue to find yourself. I know a lot of y'all are looking at, I know I'm going to fall away, but I'm going to just try it. I wouldn't even attempt it. It don't make sense. I wouldn't attempt it. You got to do it. You don't have a choice, and you can do it. If I didn't feel like you could do it, I'd tell you, I don't think you can do it. I'll tell you, if I was you, I wouldn't do it. It's all going to be about choices. It's all going to be about you being responsible and stop making irresponsible decisions. You got to start thinking before you do. You got to start sitting. You got to start contemplating, not to do Rosha, but to do the will. And I already know there's going to be opposition. But you got to do this because you got to be saved. Right? There are always people, listen, there's people that are looking for you to fall. That's just being honest. And it don't take nothing to do it. It's not sometimes like, you know what? I just go on and get over it. It's too much pressure. It's not too much pressure. That's what you're comfortable with, but you ain't ready for what you want, how you got to pay for it. That's what you got to consider. Anybody can do it. Listen, the fornicate, commit adultery, lie, cheat, steal, whatever it is that go contrary, it don't take nothing to do it. I don't know, anybody, a baby can steal. Anybody can pick up something. Ain't nothing you do. Anybody, kids can get on top of each other. You're not doing nothing spectacular. What's spectacular when a person will refrain themselves. The goal and the objective is to show that my word is sufficient.
That's right.
So what you got to do, meditate on. Look, some of the stuff most of y'all had in common. Stealing and listening to worldly music. Speaking in yourself, what would that supposed to be now? Shireen, what kind? Ruachni, Shireen, making what? So when I'm using other ones, what I'm making in my heart? If the Ruachni is the one that's supposed to make it in my law, why am I listening to anything else? You do know the book say, let him that stole steal no more. Y'all gotta have a bigger problem than what you're thinking. A lot of times looking at it's you thinking it's the part you like of feeling like you're getting away with something. They ain't all you do. I know that's not all you do. In your mind you think it is. It's not. It's a behavior you got that's deeper embedded. It just showed up there. And you were comfortable with it because it feeds a behavior. Just like the music. I mean, I got reason for, there's never a reason to commit qatar. I don't know. Because he said there's therefore now no condemnation to them that commit qatar by mistake. That's in him who walk not after the, let's see that say 81. Because I'm quoting, I could be totally wrong. Because these translations all change. Romans 8:1. Listen.
There is then now no condemnation for those in which they are in the Mashiach, Yahushua,
Hold on
who
for a
do
minute.
not halak.
What was it before that? Now he's telling you why. There is then now no condemnation for those in which they are in the Mashiach, Yahushua, who do not halak. We use halak for what? Halakim right there. And after the Basar, but according to the Ruach. See, the only way to be in him, according to 2 Corinthians 5 and 17, therefore, if any ish be, what was he supposed to be? In the Mashiach. So what will he become?
New creature.
He got to be. He ain't never been there before, have he? Huh? That'd be like, you know, what that is down there? That natchez under the heel. What be going on down there? How he asking God why? They ain't never been there before. What be going on down there? Man, they got all kind of stuff down there. Y'all boys ought to check it out. See, when you get into Mashiach, he said, therefore ain't no condemnation. But then you got to understand what happened. You become a new creature, according to 2 Corinthians 5:17. This is the thing you got to look now. This is a chain. Who do
halak after the Basar.
So we're going to look at what's after. Let me borrow for a second. You walk. What am I doing now? I'm walking after. I'm following. Come on, you buy. And I'm walking to get to him. So now you got to look at this. What my condemnation, you find. Now I'm looking at what my condemnation going to come in. Now the condemnation is for those that's in here. This is the only way you stop walking to this estate, which means masturbation, fornication, adultery, kazab, lying, false witness, hate, a lot of stuff you do that he deems contrary is because you're not here. That's my necklace. I'm sorry. That means you're not here. You said, well, how you going to get him, preacher, to stop doing it? You ain't going to believe it. You still have to not do this to get here. There's nobody who walks after this and get here. So look at what you got to do. For those of you that want to be saved, they say, well, I'd be glad I get him a share. Y'all, I got to preach. What y'all think? Can I walk out the flesh and still get in him? So now he's saying, once I'm in him, I don't walk out the flesh. I have to stop walking out the flesh to get in him. So the behavior still stays consistent. See, it still becomes a matter of my will. If this is something you want, you still got to walk and do it. Sometimes I know what you're saying and thinking, well, I need to be in him so I can stop doing it. You ain't gonna believe it. You gotta stop doing it to even get in him. See, when you don't have that understanding, that's why they keep falling. Well, that's why I can't do it, because I ain't in him. You still gotta stop doing it to get in him. That's the problem. You're trying to think you're gonna do something once you get in him. You have to stop doing it before you get in. So it becomes a matter of what do you really want to do? Everybody looking for him to stop doing something. What do you want to do? You got to want to stop. I wanted to stop doing what I was doing. I wanted to stop being the person I am. That's why I came. But I learned it's a matter of resisting the will. Y'all, I see. Most of y'all just marking the calendar. You just wait for your day to mess up. And that's the dumbest thing I've heard. You ought to quit now. Why am I marking the calendar waiting to mess up? You got to set your affection. He done told you how to do it. Your affections have to change. Why your affection on theme more than on him? How many of y'all done had theme before? What's the key part? So you still got them? So why would I put my heart in some stuff I'm going to lose? At the stroke of a pen, stroke of a computer, at a Dow falling, at a NASDAQ crashing, at an economy falling, and that's where my affection's at? Man, we don't say stuff run out of business. Ain't never heard. Nobody ever would have thought transportation be almost eliminated. Everything moved with transportation. Listen, everything you put your heart in, it may have shut down. This man have run Fortune 500 company out of business to shut down to show us you can't ever think your heart gonna last in this stuff. It's gonna fall. There is no safety. There's no refuge but in him. And he's been trying to get to see it. But think about it. Before COVID-19, who would have thought all this stuff been closed down? Man, you know, one day, man, all this stuff gonna be shut down, going out, transportation. You be like, man, shut up. You talking like a fool. Where you get that stuff from? You can't shut down no transportation. The world is shut down. That man showing you, that's your mouth talking. I'm shutting it all down. That man burning stuff to the ground, shaking stuff we ain't never seen before in our life. Never seen this stuff before in our life. The brink of the world is here, and yet we still stuck on everything in the world. Listen, obtain this stuff. Don't let it obtain you. Don't. When he give you something, one thing you got to remember, he ain't never gave it to you for you. One man don't even need that much. They just think they do. No, you don't. I need it for my security on it. That's why he's taking it from and showing you, no, I need to be your security. I'm just telling you, it's a reason. What you think is a curse to you, it make you look at what you got to pick. You know how many people depend on their riches more than they depend on him? You know how many people depend on their ingenuity more than him? You know how many people depend on their degrees more? Why do you think he's shutting this stuff down? Because just like what it took for you to be saved, it takes something different for somebody else. Listen, this man could shut all this down with COVID just to get one person to come. Because I desired him. Look what he did to your life to get you to come. Go figure. Because everybody different. See, stop thinking about things and stop targeting you. It's other people got to be saved besides you, and everybody don't take the same thing. It take different things. They don't deserve the opportunity to be saved because you won't. Because you got to have for what? So you can show off? You ain't helping nobody. Man, tell the truth. Man, most of y'all ain't help nobody. Just stop it. That stuff for you. And that's why he breaking you. It's for you so you can show other people you ain't going to do nothing for nobody. It's all for you, self-gratification. That man trying to break it down. Listen, we do. It got to be for the arm. Yeah, I know, and most of y'all ain't like that. You're stingy, you're tight, you're sorry. You only give when you got enough. After you done made gluttony, that's when you do. That's just being honest. It's just terrible, just terrible. He's breaking it down and now put you down. He said, I put you more in a need spot, then you'll look more to him. It happened for a reason, for everybody. Everybody's situated for a reason. Who you got to look to now? Who you got to look to now? Look at your two choices, Trump and Biden. Now, you know, Michigan just now, they tell the Democrat, y'all might get up. We looking at Trump. I ain't never seen, listen, both of them failures. You sitting up under the failures, you're sitting now under the failures of Trump rule, and you're going to sit up under the failure of Biden when the next one get in now. You can't fix this coming on 4 years. You know how long these guys have tore up the world.
Yeah.
These guys bad policy have shaped the planet.
That's right.
America and China America set the globe for everybody else. America set the headway, the globe for everybody, for war, for everything, for cure. Listen, if it's a cure, you got it. And we don't want it, it ain't getting out there. If American government decide it ain't happening, it ain't happening. If it's peace somewhere you want it, and America want war, it's war. Listen, and nobody make America stop doing nothing. Nobody made them leave Iraq. They left Afghanistan. Listen, they already knew Russia was going to Iraq. They left everything to get over there. To get over there, to get out of Afghanistan, to get back over there to Ukraine. These people do what they want to do. They watch everybody, spy on everybody, everybody still bow down. They're like, oh, America this, America that. Oh, you'll sign a deal with us. Or we'll break you. They breaking it, but they coming too. See, he breaking everybody. It take all that. You know how many people got their heart in their play? White, black, Asian, they believe in this system. He got to break everybody. What it going to take to make you believe? He got to take from you. What is going to make you believe? Don't fool yourself. He know what it takes. Now he asked you what it takes. You say, like, I had like $50 million, maybe 180, maybe 250, I got to pay taxes. He'll never end. He said, that ain't going to save it. What I'd have gave it to you. What he got you? He know. Think about it. How you going to know better than him what's going to save you? Why you ain't got to say it yet then since you know? Best thing you realize, he doing the best thing for me and you so you'll be saved. So I don't like living there close to the edge. He said, that's the best place for you. Because you get away from that edge, you're going to cut and run, and I'm going to kill you, I catch you out there. So this is what we know. There is then now no condemnation for those in which they are in the Mashiach, who do not walk after the flesh, but according to the Ruach. So now how you going to start living? This is what I want y'all to examine. You got to start living according to the Word. That's how you got to live. What does the Word say about it? This is how you got to make your decision. What did the Word say about it? Hello? Yes, sir. I got something I want to tell you so bad. I want to let my mouth have. Well, let me examine the Word. I'm just use hypothetical. I'm use the Word. He said, let no filthy communication proceed out of your mouth. So how they going to work? You done piss me off so bad, you finna get these words. Now, who I'm walking after? I got weak. Why I got weak? I'm walking after Basar. This is the problem. Now, if I went back to the word would have clearly told me, don't let no filthy communication proceed out of my mouth. Say that 15 and 33. I think that is 15, 33, 1 Corinthians. Other stuff I'm talking. Well, I figure if I say it to myself, he ain't asked you if you say it yourself. He said, don't let it proceed. A lot of stuff, I know they're saying, well, if I just let it, this is the thing you want to look at too now. 15:33. Because this is where you'll mess up too. I'm going to tell you where you mess up. Like I told him, I put it down. When I put it down, I just put it down. I ain't been back over there. Y'all heard me get up and confess. I ain't get up calling line. I put it down. That's what I did. Come and tell what happened. Wait, I'm going to help you out here. Do not let
your nafash go astray.
Wait a minute. Can we see what astray is? So we're going to tighten up that bottom belly down now. Chris is talking. Yeah, that bottom belly. That kangaroo. Yeah, we'll get that kangaroo down there. Yeah, we'll get it. We got it, yeah. I still got that lighter. Put some butane in. Yeah, you early married. You don't want it yet. You got what? You get like 3 children. Away from the correct path or direct. Y'all need to know that. Astray. This is what we just told us not to do. Did something happen with the heat we cut off? What happened to us? Let's keep it. I don't want, you know, these folks get sick, man. I'm telling you, I get these folks sick. I can bring a picture of one snowflake. I think I got COVID, and you probably got it too. Oh, they got it. Don't play with y'all. Y'all say y'all think you got it. Oh, you got that time 10, infinite. Look. So look what astray is. Away from the correct path or direction. Let me borrow for a second. No, one of you can't even be you. Come on, Scooter. You don't mind that. All right, I want you to do something. To walk down here. Come here. We'll just paste it. I'm saying for this. We're gonna call this the correct path. Okay? You see that? That's the correct path. Okay. Let me see what they say. You saw those. They go. So away from the correct path for direction. Let's see what happened. Let's go back to the definition. I'm sorry. Go back to the writer. Do not let your nafash go astray. So we talk about what astray is. Is that the word? Now you gonna go to the. Now you going the correct path. What happened? But you shouldn't have. I'm trying to get you to realize. You not said. Do not let your nafash go astray. See, your nafash is inside of him. That's the existence. This is a sheol. This can cause this to get off. You see what I'm saying? Now, he just let the flesh get him out. What am I, spirit? So he just did what he wasn't supposed to do. You just let me come along and cause you to get this out. Y'all, where's the nafash at? It's the inner man. So anything this does can contribute to this getting off. Whether it's of himself, hypothetically him walking on himself, he just went his nafash go astray. Because that's his life. Or if he let my influence do it. Y'all understand the difference? Yes, sir. Okay, you good. So stop thinking, oh, okay, that's my flesh, that's not my soul. Don't be stupid. Man consists of body, soul, and spirit. That nafash, listen, is contained in here. So I have to be mindful of what this do. He told Adam the day that he commit qatar, what he told him? Did he tell me it's nafash? Well, man became a living nafash. So his life was going to leave him, which means from his nafash. So you have to start looking at things differently. Y'all got it? Your nafash is shelled inside this flesh. So this can contribute to the death of. When we didn't know that, or we're not knowledgeable of that, then we unaware that the action we do contribute to the death out of the nafash. So in order for me to live, that's why I have to look at the word. They had to look at the word. If a man doth these things, he had to live by them. That's how they looked at the word, unlike us. That's why it came into them being attentive. They realized the word actually, it actually gave them the light. It allowed them to live. Hello? There are things that we don't know yet that we'll learn. The kath. The C-H-A-T. C-H-A-T, Kath. That I told you it's the Kath. Y'all wrote that down, C-H-A-T. Sin. Sin. Also started life. It's the 8th numeric number of your alphabet. 8. That was significant to them. They looked at it as life. Even when a man was circumcised, they were removed him from. They saw it differently than we saw it. They saw it differently. They saw how it could be life and life eternal. So a lot of things we'll learn to transition to, that we'll start looking at differently than we do. But I need you to just start with the basics of understanding what did we commit ourselves to. Those people made commitments. When those people told Mushar to don't let him speak with us. And now, you know, folks be saying, speak, Lord. He said, I can't win. Yeah. I tried to tell y'all, oh, speak, Lord. But we told him not to talk to us. Then, you know, folks said, man, I sure wish God to talk to me sometime. He said, I tried to talk to y'all. And they agreed, both of them agreed, the fathers agreed we were going to die if he kept talking. And he said we had well spoken. Now we said, man, I just talk with him sometime. He said, I don't want to do that. So he sent ambassadors. See, people sitting around, why he don't do what he did before? Why? Because when you don't have the knowledge, you'll wrestle with things because you're in the flesh. Let me tell you, some questions you have about wrestling with him are questions you'll have it because you're trying to justify why you're not doing what you need to do. I mean, he supposed to be the same God yesterday. Why he ain't doing what he doing that? He said, I was. You said you didn't want to hear it. You said you were going to die, and I agree. I said, you're right. I will kill you. Hello? I don't heard his sound. And what he do? He know it's not good. He said, so we want to play the game now where you say you want to talk to me? When are you trying to do this conversation? There's a lot of things that we have to set back, you got to consider. And it looks like he's slack. It looks like maybe he ain't real. It looks like, because it don't make sense. You'll start wrestling your mind what he did back at White House. We're dealing with different time periods. Things are set for us for a reason. But he's shown himself to still be with clarity to show that he still keeps his word. There's none of these folks can come back and find he ain't kept his word. He come back to get restitution, just like he said he was going to do. He told her what was going to happen in time period. He told her how we were going to be astray and things were going to happen. Everything he told her, he's done. But when you're looking from an end of, I'm trying to get ready to justify why I ain't doing something, you can look through that book, you'll find over 1 million things he ain't done. Oh, yeah, you'll find it. Because you're going to be looking with the tent, I need fault. Because I'm finna justify action I'm finna commit. When you're trying to justify action you don't commit, of course you're going to find a reason to justify it. Oh, you can do it. That's how you've been doing it. I already know y'all been doing it. I've done it. It's easy. You can do it because you don't know. But see, once you get, that's why he realized they all need to be taught of me. See, when they get taught of me, then the people understand my workings. And realize when I do something, it ain't about you. Every issue, everything I do ain't about you. I got to gather more than just you. Hello? But see, these folk program us to make us think he built the whole world around us, everything for my personal saving. Where did that when we say your personal saving? How you gonna have a personal savior like this stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like that thing, one of them Listerine spray thing. Stop it. That man not no toothbrush. That man belonged to, the man made the whole alarm and everybody in it.
That's right.
And when you start to consider, if you actually believe him for who he is and what he is, you'll look different at how you look at people. Man, one time I didn't think nothing about people because you'll feel like, well, you know, they ain't YashaYahu, they ain't Yehuda, whatever. But he made all these people. Mm-hmm. He had to have a purpose when he made them. These people been existing alone for a purpose. And he's going to take him some from those people because all these people have opportunity to come back to him. And once you see people as separate, like these religions do, Jewish people and other people, these other religions do, and you forget. So who made these people? Your great God made you and you alone, so how did everybody else get him? Was it everybody he gonna cut off, or was it gonna be the people that didn't do right? Because many times people came and integrated in when they say he wants people that will accept the teaching. The people that he said I came and I procured to myself, they wouldn't keep to show you it was a reason why. Okay, I take you to myself, you my own personal. Then I start telling you before I take you, you see these people here, this is what they do. They tell lies. These people will get drunk. These people will fornicate. These people will commit adultery. These people serve other gods who they have no business serving. Don't you be around them. Don't you be with them. Don't you marry them. Don't you give in to them. Don't you help them. First thing you do, man, that's a cute one right there, and go get them. I told you what happened. If you get them, don't let your daughter be a whore now. She'll cause the whole land to fall. Your daughter the biggest hoe ever seen. You done been with all them people. Everything they do, you've done 10 times over. He so I can show you. So I told you I did those people. I was going to cut those people out. I cut them off. And you did the same thing, so now I got to cut you off. But if you repent. Give you the opportunity, but if you repent, then these people repent. So he look at you saying, that don't make sense. How those people get an opportunity? Well, I was cutting them off because of what they done, and I cut you off because of what you've done. But if you repent, I'll receive you. Now, would it be fair for me not to receive them if they repent? Then I wouldn't be Sadiq. I'd be like you. So he tried to show you. I tried to procure people to myself, but you wouldn't stay. So I had to search for people that had the law on the inner heart that would have harmed me enough that they would keep themselves restricted to. But that's what I'm trying to teach you what you got to do. This ain't hard as you made it. It's just got to remember, you can't give in to the Basatan. Oh, like him. I gave him the opportunity. He can go out himself or he can use me. Y'all, then y'all see me push him over there?
Yes, sir.
So would he be lying if he said I got him off?
No, sir.
What was his order?
Stay on the path.
So how many of y'all say it ain't his fault? Did I give him the direction I showed him?
Yes, sir.
Who thought it was he got the path? But I had, you know what I'm saying, he was with me though. And I had got him off. See, that's what you're gonna do. The reason I told you that's what you want to use somebody else when it's your obligation. It's your responsibility. I can't, who I'm gonna use that got me off? I can't. It's my responsibility to stay on the path. Y'all got it? So quit trying to use somebody else. I got to try to make sure somebody don't get me off. You can get your own self off. There is then now no condemnation for those in which they are in the Mashiach, Yahushua, who do not walk after the Basar, but according to the Ruach. Tell them what happened. Get ready to take out their mind and get ready to let them go. 2, listen. Come on, give me your mind.
For the Ruach of Kai, which is in the Mashiach, Yahushua.
Yeah, for the Torah, which is the directions and the instructions of the Ruach of Kai,
which is in the Mashiach, Yahushua, has released me to free from the Torah of Kata and of Mut.
So now, I'm going to let y'all go on there. Yahuwah William going to try to finish this up. But this is what I want y'all to look at. Now, see, as a Christian reading there, for the law of the Spirit of life, which is in the Mashiach, Yahushua, has released me to free from the law of sin and death. See, that's why I went under death. See, Smith still preaching law. That's bondage teaching. And the Bible clearly sat here and said that the man came to free you. So what Smith teaching is bondage. See, when Jesus came, Jesus freed you. This is the problem you have. The Torah is the same. The man that lived by it, that's how he going to live, which if he transgresses it, he's going to die. Why is he going to die? Because he violated the law. Why is he going to live? Because he kept the law. So how is the law different? He just restricted you now where you don't have to fall to the condemnation of it. You can stay to the living of it. He did not get rid of law. But see, when you look with a Christian eye and that ideology, first thing you saw, see, he done gave us another law. He did not give you no another law. I don't know, he told you one time he gave you a new commandment. He said, I gave you no new law. And that is you should love one another like I loved you. He didn't ever tell you I gave you no new law. All he did was just, listen, I kept you off the death side of it so you could be on the living side. For the Torah of the Spirit of Kai, which he told if a man doth these things, he should live by them. Which means if I commit adultery, someone commit adultery, I die because that's how I live by it. Y'all got it? So I live if I don't, this which is in the Mashiach. Yahushua has released me to free from the Torah of sin and of, because sin equals death. Y'all got it? So that's how important it is for us to make sure we grasp this concept, to make sure we understand what, don't think he came and gave you something new. He just came along and gave you a better understanding on how to halal. Now you don't allow these, you understand you can get yourself out, other people can get you out. When we were reading that, when he told you about don't let no evil communication come out your mind, he should have told us about evil communication corrupt good manners. See that? Evil communication. That was a man because he told you not to marry other people. He told you don't give in to these people. He told you don't make no covenant with these people because they will be communicating. And these people were already off. They were going to pull you out. You got to learn. Do that mean don't speak? Oh, I ain't going to speak. You don't get me out. Don't be stupid. You're not speaking. Keep going. You learn when people have certain conversation, you know how far to go. There's a line in the sand. That's your conversation. I'm not going no further. I got to keep moving. Y'all got it? Because now you've gotten this liberty. But you don't have the liberty if you transgress. He didn't set nothing up that you can say you can go and you just break no Torah and you keep living. That has never been instituted. Okay? He's given us con because of the fact of we should have been killed the first time we transgressed. The con is the fact that he's allowed us to still be in existence, but I did not give you a cloak for covering that you can continue in kata. Understand what he's giving you now. Don't be stupid. Well, I appreciate your concede, and when I sin, you still got me. Okay, stupid. No one told you that. You playing a risk game, and it's very dangerous. It's important for you to understand. He cannot allow you to keep getting away with that because there are people that restrict themselves. How is that going to be fair that they restrict themselves to him and you don't, and you still get in? That makes no sense. Which means you're going to have to restrict yourself. You're going to have to daily do an examination of yourself. You're going to have to consider the mindset. You're going to have to consider what you got. Let me think about this. Let me consider this. Don't move so fast. The action I give out, because it can be very detrimental. It can be life-ending for me. So when you start to think like that, now you're starting to think like somebody trying to live right. You start living like, you think about it after it's all said and done, you living just like a sinner. That's what a sinner do. They consider after they done it. That's why you got to pay for it. Just like Adam, you should have hid yourself before you ate it. That's how you live. I wasn't moved. You should have hid yourself before you ate it. You heard what Husha said. He said when he went up to the house of Elohim, he said one of him that hated him. He said, if it water, what he said? He said, I hid myself. He said, nowhere in the world. He said, I don't know about not nobody hate me. I wouldn't have done it. So get what I do if I knew someone going to call me to put me in a position where who are going to hate me. Man, hide yourself. Hide yourself. Don't let nobody get you caught up in that stuff. And he done told you a man was going to be a hiding place. So you in him. That's your hiding place. We need him to see us through Yahushua. But he can't see that when this Yahushua, this me. He said, that's not no one person. This is how I got to be. You got to, listen, I missed it because I was looking at you through Yahushua. But once your behavior break, you start getting away. Now you gone astray. You left the correct path. So now it ain't hard to see you. But when he told you a man was going to be a hiding place. That's what we're talking about, getting in it. In the 18th chapter, book of Proverbs, Marshall they call Proverbs 10. He said the Shema Yahuwah is a what? Strong. The Sadiq do what? And a what? They get in it. Guess what? Because now it become a hiding place. He told you the man was going to be this. That's why they have a problem. They miss this stuff. Not us, though. People that look at the honesty of what we done. A lot of these people don't feel like they sin is sin. I don't believe that. I believe sin is sin. All of it. I don't believe, well, you got like some sins, Aaron. I don't want to find out about it. Great, all on the same. That way you don't pick nothing to play with. Well, give me this little bit of one. You saying this little. What he told you was a little bit of. He did say it was one that was not under moot. He didn't tell you what it was. He said don't pray for it though. He said one that's not under moot. He wouldn't tell you what it was. So the ones you playing with, what's the likelihood yours ain't? You liar. You know good well that ain't it. You know the one talking. Maybe don't you be stupid. Who here feel like they done did the one not under death? I just want to be clear. Somebody might feel like they have. I might the whole time. Good well you are rank sinner. Rank sinner. Y'all hear me? You top contender for the belt. Don't be stupid. I've been committing one not under death. Don't you be stupid. Ain't that right? He ain't tell you, oh, he's almost, cause I know. What you gonna do? You gonna play with that 2 minutes time, gonna add up. Dr. Sock used a little bit of salt packet, and I got 15 of them. Then I'm still using that little salt. I'm gonna justify the Dr. Sock use the salt pack. So I know all I do is just keep pouring out the salt pack. And they think the salt pack gonna keep them because the whole time you don't realize. That's what you do. Don't be stupid. Y'all got me?
Yes, sir.
That's two. Give Mr. YashaYahu a hand clap. He said Mr. YashaYahu.